The world is full of lost ballads just waiting to be rediscovered.
Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to another Genshin Saturday. Hey, hey. So, I don't know why. I think I literally just thought about, like, I just said hi, and then I thought about, Mega's translation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like, hello, Lozu, how are you doing today? My favorite homophobic stream. Wow. Well, I'm glad. Oh, okay. Alright, yes, I'm glad this is your favorite. So, let's play the drums. let's go play the drums. I think that's like the most logical explanation that we could do. Just play drums, hit a drum, and all your worries will go away. Drums. What's up, compadre? Have you missed me since we last met at the chasm? I mean, you've been on my mind if that's what you're wondering. In fact, you're the first person I thought of when I came up with this idea. To celebrate Shinobu's successful graduation and, you know, show off the almighty awesomeness of the Arataki gang, I've decided to book a grand venue in Rito to organize a festival. We're calling it the Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum-Along Festival. How's that? Quaking with excitement already, I'll bet. I can guarantee that this festival will be as massive as the Iridori Festival and more meaningful than the Lantern Rite. Once it's over, the gang's name will spread far and wide all across Inazuma. And that's why I thought of you, buddy. I'd love for you to join in on the fun. We could go nuts, sing songs, do some beetle fights, grill some lavender melons. How about it? Excited? Oh, I bet you are. So hurry down to Rito. I'll wait for you there. Oh, wait. Shinobu, I don't think we need that line about lavender. It just doesn't sound cool enough. Hey, I said we didn't need it, and we don't need this line either. Oh, come on.
Oh, brother. He too had to get someone else to write his invitations for him? This guy's beyond hope.
Okay, have fun lurking, Lozu.
The Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum-Along Festival does sound pretty exciting. Do you think they'll have lots of tasty snacks?
Oh, wait, she was... Well, he did say. Well, go on.
Ooh, why don't we go to Rito and check it out?
Paimon, were you not over my shoulder like you always are and read the stuff that I read? Come on, Paimon. So, yeah, so I guess that's pretty cool how, like, it connects the Pearlius trial event to this one to celebrate Shinobu's graduation of becoming a lawyer. So now we have two lawyers, Shinobu and Yanfei. And the only reason why she's doing it is to get the Arataki gang out of jail. No, there's probably more to it, but that would be funny.
Huh? Paimon's looked everywhere.
We just got here,
Paimon.
Paimon.
There doesn't seem to be a festival going on anywhere near here. The atmosphere isn't festive at all. Shall we go ask the Doshin? Maybe they'll know something.
Fingers crossed he comes through.
Yeah, Paimon, we literally just walked here. We just got here.
Oh, do you need a hand with anything?
Isn't there supposed to be a festival soon?
What? A festival? I haven't heard anything about a festival coming up. Could you be more specific? What festival are you talking about exactly?
It's the Almighty Arataki.
Almighty Arataki?
The, Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious.
It's the Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum-Along Festival, organized by the Arataki Gang.
Oh, that's the reason the Arataki gang is involved.
Ah, yes. The same Arataki gang who made a scene at the Iridori Festival? So you're here for the unauthorized, unprofessional, and unofficial event, huh?
What? No, it's not anything. It's the Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum-Along Festival.
Yeah, I gotcha. No need to keep rehashing the name. I think I know what this is about. Let me bring you up to speed. So we saw the members of the Arataki gang here a few days ago, and they were busy at work leaving piles of hideous things all over the place. Their leader claimed to be hosting a grand event, big enough to rival the Iridori Festival. I think that must be the one you're talking about. I asked them a couple of questions, and it quickly became clear that they had no permit to host the event,
Nice.
no proof of venue hire, and surprise, surprise, no record of having registered the event with the police station. Pfft, if that isn't the
Wait,
definition of
there's
an
a police station in
unauthorized,
Yuzuzuma?
unprofessional, and unofficial festival, I don't know what is. According to the rules, we had to force them to shut down the event.
What? You shut it down? Let by my guess. Then you arrested them.
Yeah, rip the camera movement
No,
there.
actually. Seeing that they had no prior experience organizing events and they'd at least gone to the trouble of preparing a safety plan, we just gave them a warning.
Safety plan? Huh. That's pretty responsible.
Anyway, if you're looking for the Arataki gang, you could try going to Amakane Island, which is a venue designated by the Yashiro Commission for use in all kinds of festivals, big and small. It was established to try and encourage community cultural events. The application process is much simpler there and less expensive too. We told the Arataki gang about that.
And honestly, the reason why it's there is because there's no waypoint there,
If
so
they
you have
still
to
want to
walk.
host their event, that's going to be their best option.
This whole thing is starting to sound like a non-starter. But since we've come this far, we might as well go and take a look at Amakane Island, right?
Nope. We could just not do it. I mean, that's a crazy idea. We could just not go. But to be fair, it's drums. I have to go as a percussionist, and then you know, we just hit the drum and be happy that we hit a drum. Yeah, this is why. There's treasure hoarders here. This specific plate, that specific spot is exactly why they're like, yeah, this is
Wouldn't
just
gliding be faster?
a community island only for the smaller ones, and yeah, and it's not going to be at all
Wouldn't gliding be
advertised
faster?
whatsoever, because people could get robbed before coming here. That's just how it works.
Same situation as earlier. The Arataki gang is nowhere in sight.
Come on, I didn't even get up yet.
There should be a Yashiro Commission representative here. Let's go and ask him.
Come on, I didn't even walk up the steps, and then you already assumed
How can
they're
I
not
help?
even here. We're looking for the Arataki gang.
Oh, yes. You must be here for the almighty Arataki whatchamacallit festival too.
Oh?
Yep. Madam Kujo Sara of the Tenryo Commission and Yoimiya of Naganohara Fireworks have both been here so far. Yoimiya noticed them getting the venue ready when she was here to deliver some fireworks. I guess she got curious and went to go check it out. As to what Madam Kujo Sara was here for, I'm not quite sure.
Probably to arrest them.
Oh, so other people got here before us? Oh, that's a good sign. So, where's the Arataki gang now?
Unfortunately, since there's no space available at any official venues at the moment, we had to allocate them to a tiny beach at the northwest part of the island. If only they'd applied earlier, we could have given them a better location. Head northwest. You'll see them.
Okay. Okay, I don't know why we needed that. We probably could have just headed around and looked over and be like, oh, there they are.
Hey there, compadres! You finally made it! I was just wondering when you'd be showing up. Next thing I know, boom, there you are! Oh boy, am I happy to see you.
I think the whole reason why this is like a very small event, so technically they didn't have to have voices in it, but I think the only reason was so that Ito could speak more.
Look at this venue. What do you
Don't
think?
take advantage
Is
of it.
this a prime location or what?
It's surrounded by sea, the air is as fresh as it gets, there's no noise pollution from the city, and the views are simply spectacular.
No, that's fair.
The venue is situated against the backdrop of Amakane Island, where you can enjoy exclusive access to the festival and culture center's first-rate equipment.
With excellent transport links by sea and land, getting where you need to be is highly convenient, whether you're traveling by foot or by boat.
This venue is pretty nice.
The moment I set eyes on this venue, I knew this was the one. It was the moment that changed the world.
Give it up for the boss!
The world itself.
Really, you're only here because the Tenryo Commission sent you away.
All
We don't talk
let's
about
get down to
that.
business. I invited you all here to attend the almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum-Along Festival! A highly important festival, I might add.
Yeah, boss said the first goal of the festival is to promote the Arataki gang and recruit new members.
Secondly, it's to celebrate Shinobu's graduation.
And last but not least, it makes up for all the previous team building events that were canceled due to insufficient funding.
What
3
funding?
festivals in one? Wow.
Akira, we can leave that last point out from now on.
Where is Shinobu?
The thing with festivals is, you gotta get out there and promote them far and wide if you want to get a good crowd. So, Shinobu's handing out flyers.
Hey! Shinobu's supposed to be the star of the show, isn't she?
Yeah, it's kind of rude.
How come she's out there working her butt off while you're hanging around here doing nothing?
Hey, I'm hard at work too. I'm entertaining guests.
Boss actually just got back.
He said he was expecting you to arrive any second, so he came back specially to welcome you.
Until then, he was out there with Shinobu working hard to bring more people to the festival.
Well, just doing my duty. Nothing more, nothing less.
Wow, this bull chucker actually did some serious work for once. Huh. Paimon's pleasantly surprised.
Trust a puny little flying lavender melon to stoop to the level of childish name-calling.
Nice, you're also there.
Anyway, so, compadre, you got any questions about this festival?
Well, I heard Kujo-Sara came.
Oh, you mean that stupid Tengu? Yeah, I hesitated, but, I sent her an invitation.
Hello, Furious Gamer, how are you doing today?
I cannot believe how ungrateful she is. Get this, she came all the way out here just to put up a bulletin board and write a load of baloney on it claiming that visitors need to be cautioned. She even warned us not to change it. It's blatant bullying of the gang, that's what it is. One day, I'm gonna defeat that Tengu fair and square in broad daylight in the middle of the street. She'll get what's coming to her. Anyway, so, compadre, you got any questions about this festival?
I heard Yomiya showed up too.
The owner of Naganohara Fireworks? Chatting with her is a real blast. She only found out about our festival because she happened to be delivering some fireworks to Amakane Island. She really liked what we were trying to do here and came to pass on her best wishes. She even said she'll provide some fireworks for us next time. Looks like the Arataki gang should make sure to keep good ties with Naganohara Fireworks in the future. Anyway, so, compadre, you got any questions about this festival?
Okay, what's this festival got in store for us? Other than a drum.
A ton of totally awesome stuff!
First, we get the drum. Next, we look at the drum. Then we listen to the drum. And then finally, we hit the drum. A lot of awesome stuff.
See that hill over there? That's Sing Along Hill. Stand at the top, look out over the sea, and sing your heart out! And this bonfire? It's perfect for roasting lavender melons, the regular kind, or the ones of the annoying little floating variety. And these boxes, plenty of space whether you want to play Genius Invocation TCG or battle some beetles.
There's trading card games in Genshin.
You really pulled out all the stuff.
Actually, there is a card game for Genshin called Genshin Tarot. I actually played it. It's so much fun.
But of course, the highlight of this festival is the drum-along. Here, feast your eyes on this.
Guys! This hurts! If you're questioning what hurts, and because you can't hear it, well, there you go. You figured it out. There's no sound. He's hitting the drum and there's no sound. Where is it?
Just between you and me, this little treasure was sourced through a top-secret channel. They said it's a prized hand drum that once belonged to a renowned onmyoji, and it's worth $8 million mora.
Sure it is.
Thanks to my strapping good looks and the fact that the vendor and I kind of had a connection. Her words, not mine. She gave me a generous discount and only asked for 800,000 mora.
You got scammed.
She went from 8 million to 800,000 just like that? Sounds suspiciously like a scam to Paimon.
Duh. Oldest trick in the book, right? Which is why it didn't work on me. I spotted the damage on the edge right away. Practically screamed, "Defective product alert!" Ooh, we have a connection. Give me a break. So I haggled hard and took her down to 80 G's. Practically a steal.
All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, more specifically, daylight robbery.
I mean, he paid, so it's not really robbery, Paimon.
Still, it's pretty impressive that you could actually afford something worth 80,000 mora. Good for you, bull chucker.
I can imagine that the whole situation when 80,000 Bora picks her up, slams her down. How about 80?
It's only 80,000 mora. What do you take me for?
I put in 20 grand.
Me too.
Huh? Boss, how come I had to pay 30 grand?
20 grand plus 20 grand plus 30 grand.
Paimon, please tell me you could do math.
You really are a bull chucker. You extorted 80 grand from your gang members and didn't pay a single mora yourself.
Paimon, they said 30 plus 30 plus 20. Wait, no. Or was it 30 plus 20 plus 20? If it was 30 plus 20 plus 20, that's 70, not 80.
You might want to check your mathematics there. I paid my share, you know. I paid the last 10 grand. All right, good chat, but we should wrap things up. It's getting late. I should go rendezvous with Shinobu.
I gotta hurry
The
up.
festival's just getting started. We need to keep plugging it to get a bigger crowd. Take care of the hand drum, all right? Oh, and if you want to try out the drum along at any point, Genta's your guy. Laters, compadre.
Bye. We got a free 80,000 Bora drum.
I'm Genta, the Arataki Drum Along Festival Welcome Ambassador. Are you ready for your drum along performance? Oh, I almost forgot.
Oh,
There's
that
something
clap
that Boss
in the
forgot
right
to mention
ear.
to you about this hand drum. Since none of us really know if it's in tune or not, please test it out first. That way, it'll sound better when you deliver your final performance.
So you're expecting me to know how to tune?
Go on, give it a try.
Well, okay. Press the spacebar or left-click the drum beat. Accent a note. Adjust the decision line until it roughly coincides with... I don't know if it needs to be exactly right. That's good. Okay. Hopefully we can change it too if it needs to.
I'm Genta, the Arataki Drum Along Festival Welcome Ambassador.
Yeah, I had to be silent there because like I had to
Are
get
you
to like
ready
the
for your
beat.
drum along performance?
Sure.
Let the drum along begin.
I'm just gonna go right in. It don't matter. Alright, we can't do riding. We can do literally probably everything else. Oh boy. We can edit the beat map? Wait. Maybe a delay of the beat notes on some devices. Please proceed with caution. Okay. Change falling speed. Okay. I don't... Alright. I'm just gonna go right in. Let's just go right in pro. It don't matter. Oh, that's not how you play a drum. During the performance, different notes will appear when the... yeah. Oh, well, yep, we're just gonna go right in. I know, I played Osu. It's alright. Or technically Demo in this case. Oh, this is a lot. Oh! Oh, I went with what the music set did. Oh, I looked away. Yay, give me my combo back and let's pretend it never happened. Oh, this is a lot. That's a lot. I don't even know if I want to try perfecting it. As long... Oh, completion rate. Okay. If I get this, this is fine. I don't have to be perfect. Please don't let me be... I don't want to be perfect. It's okay. I don't want to be... It's okay. We get higher. So let's just go through all of them. And then I'll get the rewards. Guys, I can play the... Oh, that's why. Oh! I could play the drum and I can see it. Yeah. Oh, all right, we got that lie. Let's go. Good. 95. We're good. Let's keep going. Hey guys, look, it's Kazuha, the character that everybody's waiting for. That was silent. A silence. I saved it. Ah! I can't tell it's because of the calibration that I did, but yeah, obviously it's not in line with the music, and I know it's said, but it would be so great if they could make it, you know. I don't know if it's because of me or them, but it would be really, really good if, nice, whatchamacallit, accuracy. But it's okay, we got 90, 90s. We're doing the thing. We're doing the thing, we're doing it right, and it's great. Oh. I had to be silent there because I had to focus on where the notes were coming from. Or where they're going. Oh, I made it. I made it. We might have to do that again, though. Oh, okay, we don't. Yay! I did the thing. Oh. The famous song that people like to meme with. Yeah, that's a song to have that drum song with. Yeah, that's English. Yeah, look at that 99. It's a meme. It's a meme. Potentially, I just know it. Oh. It's just a vibe song. Oh, I got the pick up the wrong there. Okay, that's a good song. That's just a good song. Woo! And that's it. Man, I flew through them. So I'm just gonna claim them. Yeah, it was fun. And I think we have the gadget, so we can hear what that sounds like. But, I mean, to be fair, that type of drum, there can be different notes for what they are. Wait. Wait, Susan. What do you mean, Susan? Wait, there's more to this event? Wait. Wait, what? Oh, I could... If I was not bored... I mean, if I was not... I could, but I won't. And that's just the boss for her. Wait, then what's click to? Wait. Susan from Mondstadt seems to be looking for help? Well, I don't know who you are. So I'm gonna move away and talk to these people.
I'm Mamoru, the Arataki Drum Along Festival Atmosphere Ambassador. How may I help? You're asking what my job is?
Yeah.
Well, as the Atmosphere Ambassador, my job is mainly to create a lively atmosphere and give all attendants the feeling of, I'm so hyped, I'm going out of my mind. Do you feel that way?
Not even slightly.
Hey, don't say that.
I mean, you're giving... Look. You have the right mood. You just need the right material.
That was really disheartening. It's like being punched in the gut. If that's how you feel, my job's meaningless, isn't it?
Oh no!
You are
No!
the boss's friend. Please, show me some support for his sake. I'm begging you. Say the line.
What line?
You know. I'm so hyped, I'm going out of my mind.
I'm so
Great,
hyped, I'm going out
awesome.
of my mind. There, you're not meaning it. It's okay.
This is the
It's
best
okay.
recognition I could ask for.
You could do it.
Come on, people. More music, more dancing. Let's keep this party going.
You're... Okay, it looked like you're... Nope, there it is. Your arm is clipping your hat. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had to come. Okay. What do you do?
I'm Akira, the Arataki Drum Along Festival Feedback Ambassador. So, can you give us some feedback?
No, it's pretty
Got
good.
it. Thank you for your feedback. You have other questions? But I don't really have anything else to say. The boss said my only job was to say two things. Can you give us some feedback, and thank you for your feedback.
Got it.
And if the guests ask when they will receive a response to their feedback, I'm supposed to say, we'll get back to you as soon as possible. He said that's what people do in other events he's been to. I'm sure he's basing this on a wealth of experience.
Got
But
it. So
then
you guys have
Shinobu
no
told me
idea
that's
what you're
truly
doing.
Sincere, so she gave me this notebook. Well, look here. I've made a note of your feedback, and I'll show it to Shinobu when she gets back.
Okay. That's fair. And he says other stuff too, but you know what? I think it's okay. I didn't finish this, but it's okay. I'm probably gonna do that again on my own time. But there is something that is not this that we're gonna do, and that's Yulan's story quest. And if we have time, I don't know if Cookie's hangout is not there yet. That'll be probably next time. But for now, we can do Yulan's story quest. And then we'll see where that brings us, and yeah. Hopefully everybody's days are going well so far. And even though chat doesn't seem to be very active today, for the people who are going to be watching this probably as like a VOD later on, I hope your day is going good no matter what time of day or day it is.
Paimon, it's been a long time.
Oh, hey, Hoishin. Long time no see. Fancy meeting you here. How's work these days?
Wait, Paimon, we know this person?
Thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues like Ganyu, better all the time. But I've been feeling distracted at work lately. I just feel constantly agitated.
Has something happened?
It's a long story. But my father, he's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position due to health issues.
Huh? What's wrong with Uncle Tian?
Who?
Nothing specifically. He's not unwell. He says he's just increasingly low on energy these days.
That's a mood, though.
He's always said, old age comes for us all in the end. Still, I just can't help but feel a little emotional watching it happen to him. Anyway, my father's currently on the second floor of Yangsheng Tea House. Why don't you come pay him a visit with me?
Sure, but still, who?
He seems very fond of you, too. I'm sure chatting with you will make him very happy.
Sure, let's go.
Calculated gambit. Okay. Here? There he is.
Uncle Tian, we're here to chat with you.
Who?
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Oishi, why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea?
Man, alright, this story quest is like characters who? And this is someone that's actually reading the stories and everything. To be fair, I don't remember every single.
That you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories.
We're more concerned about your health, Uncle T.
Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's just the years gradually catching up with me.
Which, I mean, it's understandable. I mean, you know, it's probably time for retirement.
As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak. Especially recently, I've noticed a rather drastic drop in my energy levels. I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
You know, I think that's actually okay, because maybe instead of him just completely just dropping down out of the face of the earth, it's like maybe they start finding someone and he can at least train them a little bit before, like, again, mental, whatever that word, acuity just goes by.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liyue Qixing. Historically speaking, the Tianshu rarely appears in public. We stay behind the scenes, planning and giving advice, so a public selection process would not be suitable. We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces, so we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their candidate of choice, and this is then approved by the other Qixing members.
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang, and the other Qixing appoint them?
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself.
And before, I'm just gonna give it to my daughter.
Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as assessment officer. In fact, I believe you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
I guess that makes sense.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yelan!
Jackpot. Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him.
Oh, just that? Okay.
Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
What do you think?
You know, I really don't know how this would benefit me in my journey, but you know what? It's a good opportunity just to see.
Too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
I knew she might try to say this.
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I mean, it'd be
I'm not
cool.
opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead.
I can imagine it could be like, nah, they're all bad. Give me job.
Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, have a pleasant conversation. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house.
Oh, she owns the place? After telling Uncle Tian about your recent ventures, you return to the entrance of the tea house. Okay,
You're
we're just
all
gonna
set?
skip that.
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingbo, and Zhi. Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingbo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and travel.
You know, there's like 2 people right next to us that's probably overhearing this conversation that I think should be a little bit
Try to
secret.
keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei, Mingbo, Zhi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai
Hello,
Pavilion.
Venti.
All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
I don't even know what the position exactly entails. Like, what do you
We'll
do?
keep our eyes wide open.
What do you even do? I mean, yeah, you hear it out, like, hear what's around you, I guess, but, like... Anything else? Why is it specific as a Tianshu? Where is... Oh, it's just up there. Okay, I'm dumb. I could just teleport and glide down because that's the fastest. That's it. Just that's the fastest. I mean, my guess of how this can happen, there's probably, like, each of the 3, there's probably going to be just something that just doesn't work between each of them. Oh, there goes Venti.
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair.
You're not getting it, sir.
I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
Wow, that's rude.
Oh, I mean, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Yeah, but you're being rude.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just being unreasonable.
He's too shy.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine. They're not the best quality chairs, to be sure. But under the
Jeez.
circumstances, it would be better than nothing.
Dude, it doesn't have to be perfect. You enter the assessment venue with Yelan.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived.
Oh, it was those 3?
Mm-hmm. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process.
You know, that's actually a good strategy. I think she did this on purpose, so that way it's like we just hear them out to hear who what their actual personalities are rather
I've
than
split
a
it
fake
into
thing.
2 stages: current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
There's a big one and 2 little ones.
One of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues.
That's actually pretty.
There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing.
I mean, it's a lot, but
I'll
hey.
be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
What if I just...
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
By the way, do you have any idea who the assessment officer is this time?
I'm not sure.
Me neither. They'd better get someone who knows what they're talking about, though. I don't want some amateur trying to decide my fate.
I'll say that this guy, Zayu, is probably the most potential, but just by looking at the first impression. Now let's sit and we'll read these. Quenyan's first. Quenyan's manifesto addresses many commercial issues and provides some very penetrating analysis. His view seems to be that regulations and incentives are both indispensable. Oh, I can't sit while reading. Sit. Alright. Ningbo's manifesto covers domestic affairs quite comprehensively, focusing on people's livelihoods. The core principle seems to be the greater good means a world that works for everyone. Okay. Zaya's manifesto covers domestic affairs, foreign affairs, and checks and balances all in great detail. The focus seems to be problem solving. It provides concise and clear solutions to various problems. It's so thick, you only have time to skim through. Alright, so Zinhi is the one with the stuff. Okay, I don't understand a thing, but alright.
Finished, huh? What did you think?
Sounds like politics.
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets.
What do you think, Yelan?
That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Lian brings Chenwei in, which they can easily just see them.
So you two are the assessment officers, are you?
The others could just see us. Okay.
I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing 2 entirely unfamiliar faces. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp. It was written with an expert audience in mind, after all.
No. No. I'll be serious. If I was sitting next to Yelan, after he said that, I just looked at her and just shake my head.
Mind your tone, mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact.
Man, your communications.
Cloud Retainer?
Yeah.
You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about.
Hi, I saved your city.
With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition.
What?
Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
What the heck? After asking Chiwo some questions, Yelan tells it to fetch Menglo.
Is it my turn?
Yes. Please, introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled, 2,347 cases. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, 16 days?
No, he sounds nice, but the problem is he's too shy. Like, not sure.
My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for, auditing the accounts.
I mean, he could be just really
To be
nervous.
more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
Is it just Paimon, or is he not very good at public speaking.
Well, she said it, not me.
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yelan forced her way through a few questions with Mingbo, then goes to fetch Zeyo.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Where's your introduction?
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
That was blunt.
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from, but I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts.
You know what? I like him. All right, he admits that he doesn't know everything, so he did the research.
Of course, two different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach two very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
After asking Zelia a few questions, Yelan sends him away. It's him.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical, and he was just a pleasure to listen to.
I agree.
Here's my take on what we just learned.
Everyone's terrible.
As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto, which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings. Mingbo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented. But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree more. You're good at this, Yelan.
I can't wait for her to say it. And as for Zelia, yeah, he's the worst of the three.
Last but not least, Zhi. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Zhi take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great!
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
Okay, we go back. Are they still here? No, they're probably about. But come on! They were right here, sitting right here. I'm sure they could have overheard literally every single bit of what we were talking about. Like, come on. But I'm sure, like, we would have gone inside that place if probably Hoyoverse, whatchamacallit, it's
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
made the inside of that pavilion, and I just probably went through a wall, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh, can I make this? There we go, I made it. Hello. You tell Uncle Tian about the assessment process.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
All right, then let me ask this. The ideas in Zhi's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now, those 3 candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Xian Wei went on to focus on his business, and Ming Guo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Juri was with me for the longest duration.
Whoa! So how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tian?
Qian Wei was referred to me by an old friend. Ming Guo came to my attention in the course of my work. As for Juri, that was pure happenstance.
So a coincidence with no connection.
We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics. Juri came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner. He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and noticed how quickly he got on.
Sounds like, sounds like he's family to you.
Quite. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see. But it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old. How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
Facts.
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Oh, she doesn't want him to.
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me. Having less energy than I used to isn't such a bad thing. It just means I finally have a good reason to retire and spend my days doing what old men like me should be doing. Going fishing whenever I feel like it.
Just fishing.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tian.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any preparation required.
Let's go.
Fresh fish soup. Sounds tasty.
I probably won't like it because I only
Doesn't
really
it?
like flounder. I don't like any other fish.
Also, some time ago, Juri purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Juri always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance. The addition of these makes the soup taste even more wonderful. That flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances I have left to taste it again.
Very many chances, I'm sure.
Ooh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand.
Everyone shut
Uncle
up.
Tian, we've reported back. Do you have a verdict?
I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities.
My vote would be on the third one out of those. Because the first one is too proud of himself, the second one is too timid, but the third one's literally just right.
You must be thorough.
Oh, that's the hint.
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after yourself.
Oh, I have a feeling it's like he seems good, but there's something else in the background. You follow Yelan outside the tea.
So, it's gonna be Jiri, right? His manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Huh? So, are you gonna give them more tests or something?
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear.
Yep.
The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You have to get information through many different channels. For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
Oh, hello.
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
We were here this whole time.
Who are they? Where did they come from?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not here right now.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Imagine having a job of sea surveillance and not being able to swim. SMH.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
We'll be doing that, Paimon.
Juri, well, obviously as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there. You can find out all kinds of things.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go and ask him.
Like, I can imagine because of how the Chising gets their information and whatnot. I have a feel. Nope. Alright, fishing for Jade. I gotta go do that. But anyways, as I was saying. So, I can imagine it's just, like, because Liyue, the Chising's whole thing is they get, like, the reason why Ningguang knows so many things, is able to make, like, these business predictions, is because she hears it from the Chising, from all the gossip in Liyue. So I can only imagine it's just, what this means is, you see, it doesn't matter, like, we have this rule. If someone asks you, hey, what did you hear about this? Then you have to answer them, otherwise you go into jail.
Whoa, this is tons of Mora! Can we keep it?
Uh-oh. Oh. One of these days, I'll probably go through all these world quests. You know, maybe that could be a multi-stream thing tomorrow. Just literally speedrun all these quests. Or a Genshin Saturday stream. I don't know. Alright, I definitely got... Just gonna go with the dock real quick. Then, yeah. So... I'm gonna guess that, yeah, for... Like, there's something more to Zia than meets...
Oh, this is pretty tight-packed.
There.
It's something important, and I don't know what else it said.
Sorry. Have you finished the cleanup? I found these things. I suppose you could just keep that, Mora. It isn't much, so I suppose you could keep it as compensation for your help. This box, on the other hand, is unknown to me. You might want to pass it to Baywin. She's currently attending to some business at Yeihai Pavilion. Perhaps she might know what it is. Alright, cool. I'm not gonna... Oh, wait. You're right, I'm not gonna climb up. I'm gonna glide down. You know, I've been also debating, like, I did think about, I know that there are some these challenges for Genshin on YouTube. Like, you know, catalysts only, swords only, claymore only, and whatnot. And I thought about maybe being like, yo, What if I do one? Maybe not of weapons, but just of something else. I don't know. Like elements. Maybe even just read. I don't know. Hello. How may I help you? I picked this up from the ocean. Allow me to have a look. Yes, this does indeed come from the Jade Chamber. Anything specific you could tell me? Well, the contents consist of several documents and an announcement that has yet to undergo review. I think they are still so well preserved. No one expected. They are somewhat out of date, but still, thank you for bringing these to us. Do take this as a token of our appreciation. And that. There. I don't think Bolai was at all part of anything in that quest, unless that was the walking guard.
Huh? What's Bolai doing here today?
Yeah, we didn't need that. What? Why did that quest need to be completed?
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in at this price. How am I supposed to turn a profit?
Man, it's this guy. This is like our favorite information go-to guy.
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Even so...
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead. And neither of us wants that.
Nah, sure, go for it.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price. I'll take all your stock. Don't sell a single one to Second Life.
The trader who was negotiating with Bolai leaves. And honestly, that is a good idea, because I remember Bolai hating Second Life with a burning passion. So yeah, that's how you do. You just go to him, ask for a ridiculous asking price, and say, I also got it from Second Life. He's like, okay, I'll take it. Just no Second Life.
And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any ideas.
I've got more than enough in my bag.
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri? Yes, he's quite well known. I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family.
That's so kind.
He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and... oh, how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyo Boutique.
Oh, he sounds like a decent man. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
But I think Yeilong caught it too. Like, there was a bad history with him.
Why are
like
you
a negative
asking
one.
about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you?
What? We don't even have a brand.
Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... Ah, that's Juri right over there. Why don't we go and talk to him?
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Linlong. Come on, let's follow them and listen in. Try not to let him see you. We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
We're ignoring you. This isn't about you.
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of...
What's the hurry? Don't get too close, or he'll see you.
I'm behind boxes. Your lies of serious doubts about your time. What do you mean doubts? I was behind a box. What does he have, X-ray vision?
Try not to let him see you.
Yes, I know. I was behind a box
understand.
yelling.
Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to have a drink now and then. He fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
Oh.
Very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Ah.
Thank you very much, Miss Linlong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
Your tailing skills are so bad. What do you mean?
Juri seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like everyone thinks Juri's a great guy.
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go check out the wharf where he usually goes fishing.
Okay, there's like two choices. Either one, there really is something, or two, Yelan just really wants this position.
Do we have to? Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt
Well,
on
Paimon
Juri
said it, not
because
me.
You want to be Tianshu yourself, are you?
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
We will? Well, come on! Off to the south where we go!
Man. No, I honestly think Yelan's gonna be very fair. He'll be fair. I'll just get that quest. Because I don't want to get it and it's like, oh. Oh, I'm dumb. Like, they get it and it's like, oh, yeah, you can't do the quest that you were walking to because you gotta do the quest you just got. But yeah, no, Yelan's gonna do this fairly. And I think, like, there was a little bit suspicious because he said something about fakes. So, yeah. So maybe it's like, he's friendly with everyone, he helps as best I can, but it's probably with the least cost possible.
The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
You mean son?
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
I like that voice, I'm not gonna lie. We're here to ask you about someone.
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the, Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone. We've heard about this young man called Juri, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity without batting an eyelid!
No, she stuttered.
Ah, yes, Juri. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, if there's anything to that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh.
Huh? Why is that?
Oh, finally dirt?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Just the hope up with Yellen, be like, you might be disappointed. Yo, oh my gosh. Dirt? What's the dirt? Please tell me what the dirt is. He's a bad
Here to buy some
fisherman.
fish?
Oh.
It's 300 for 1 or 3 for 1,000.
It's 300 for 1 or 3,000. That's a bad deal. That is such a terrible deal.
You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
Okay, go for it, because 300 times 3 is 900.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
Society for Fish Price... Okay.
Wow, she switched identity again.
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal. Stay out of my business.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey. We've heard about a certain Jur-E who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently. Do you know anything about this?
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know.
Man, like, yeah, I could talk about anyone for days, but the second it's me, I'll get out of here.
I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some food. But still to this day, he doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. I mean, he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few mora. So, I wouldn't be surprised to find out he's been selling a few fish. It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business. Don't tell him I said that.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once, briefly, and I just had a feeling that he really cares what other people think of him. I think he has pretty low self-esteem, but hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. What he's achieved already puts most people to shame. And nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want to upset him, that's all.
Alright, that's...
I see.
Okay.
Well,
I don't think
thank
that's
you
the
for sharing
reason
that
that
with
you're
us.
saying that, but...
Not a problem. And just for the record, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the price of my fish.
Yeah, because 300 for 1 and what was it? Like 300 for 1 and 1,000 for 3? Yeah.
The more times you say it, the less convincing it becomes.
Doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. Okay, let's keep going.
Well, maybe it's because he can't do the things he said that he was going to do in his manifesto.
Tell me, will I find the right girl?
No. You're not gonna find the right girl, but I'm sorry.
It's you guys. Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah, honored to meet you. What brings you to me?
The truth
Who
is,
are you?
we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows everything there is to know. Hence, we sought you out to ask for your guidance.
Really? People said I know everything there is to know?
No, but what is...
But of course. We also heard that Master Dugu is a kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Great!
I'm not a swordsman, though.
So
I don't even
what
have a
do you wish to
sword.
know? Nothing happens on this street that I don't know about.
Now she's lying to a kid.
I've made.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name of Jur-E?
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about these days? I've heard many tales of Jur-E. For example, I can't remember. Probably
Love
because
it.
it's nothing that important. I prefer stories about sword-fighting heroes.
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this. Do you remember roughly when the grown-ups started talking about Jur-E?
Oh yeah, I know that. It was about 2 or 3 months ago.
Oh, but otherwise he wasn't
Before
really
that,
spoken.
people always used to talk about Juri in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly everyone started to like him. Sometimes he gives me candies, so I'm glad that people are starting to like him now.
Just as I thought.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking about Juri stories in the street. They seem like nice people.
Oh, he's planting this.
Oh, definitely.
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And I guess I can share some of my candies with them too.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi to them.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Well then, fare thee well, Master Dugu.
Until we meet again.
Bye.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Yes, I heard it.
Strange? What was strange about it? Juri seems to have a great reputation. Uncle Soon and Uncle Gao spoke highly of him, and Dugu Shuo seems to like him too.
Yeah, Paimon, but it all started 2 to 3 months ago. And before then, they were all saying how he was like a nasty thing.
True.
Nasty things.
But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from? It almost seems too good to be true.
Sudden? Too good to be true? What do you mean?
Paimon, please.
So he returns cruelty with kindness and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide hear about him wherever they go. That's a little over the top if you ask me. Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Jur-E's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond that, he wasn't interested in the details. That's the reaction I would expect from any normal person. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Jur-E has only been happening within the last 2 or 3 months. His childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor. None of these are recent events. So why are these stories only going around now?
When you put it like that, it is kinda strange.
He's planting it.
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Jur-E was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far as I'm concerned. The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling, or paying off debts. I don't think he has the mora to pay for a publicity campaign.
Someone's helping him.
Right. And that changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the Liu Xixing. That's the worst-case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
We can never be hopeful for things
Someone's
at all.
trying to gain influence over the Qixing? That sounds serious. What should we do? Even if we asked Juri about it, surely there's no way he'd admit it.
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Don't worry, I've got a plan. Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan after taking office, their manifesto tells us their stance on key issues. Whoever is secretly helping Jur-E must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. So, we should be able to find some hints in Jur-E's manifesto on who we're dealing with. Come on, let's get back to Yenshang Tea House.
And I don't remember a thing that he was trying to do. At all. Let's go. But yay, looking into people's backgrounds. Wait, that's... what?
Jur-E's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add up will be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one, I'll take the other. When we're finished, we'll put our heads together. Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the results before long. So we have to get to the bottom of this as quickly as we can.
Wait, what? Yay, Lon, you literally just said we had all the time in the world.
We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tian might think of Jur-E, the fact remains that he's one of his favorite students. Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious. We'll have to look carefully and think critically.
Kitty cat! There's a kitty cat in the background. Okay.
Even though Yelan took half, this is still a lot to get through. Well, we gotta start somewhere.
8 chapters. Due to a variety of factors, these storms have become stronger in recent years. I suggest we set up a special patrol unit to deal with sea monsters. The fleet should consist of the following, and covers various issues. Much of Liyue's folklore suggests that Rex Lapis left a great deal of wealth in the mountains of Liyue. However, due to obstacles hindering the excavation operation at the chasm, many projects have been called off. Workers of the Black Cliff Ridge have been idle near the Golden House for a long time now. They should be given first refusal if any suitable projects arise. Wait, first refusal. Covers mining, tunnel, construction, and treacherous terrain around Ugun Stone Forest and Cheongping. Yes, Cheongping, not Peak. Means the area has weak transport links. The sheer mountain peaks are connected only by rope bridges. They are dangerous to walk on and wholly unsuited to the transportation of goods. These areas are rich in medicinal herbs and ore deposits. Building a road network around the mountains would be beneficial for everyone. Covers plans to build roads and bridges.
Oh, this reading is giving Paimon a headache.
The thing that alarms me a bit is the sea one.
Let's take a break.
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers, Shenghua! If you're back, that means you finished investigating Tianwei, right?
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another trick up my sleeve.
Don't drag this out. Just tell us your findings.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Tianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive appraisal of him.
Ah.
The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Tianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works. Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked around and found out that almost all of Tianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested in protecting it at all.
Oh, that might be a problem.
Tianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trade secrets.
Nice.
It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact that someone like that can still make mora is pretty infuriating when you think about it.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business to make mora, but instead...
to validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand experimentation.
I'm back! Huh? How come you're here?
Wow, okay.
Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess superior skills and am always one step ahead of the competition. Well, when you're the competition, at least.
Wow.
Whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with you. If I hadn't had something else to take care of on the way, I would have been back long before you. Lady Yelan, I have finished investigating Mingbois.
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Mingbois struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous, especially when he's chatting with strangers. But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him. On the whole, the feedback from the Ministry of Civil Affairs was very positive. He always considers the things that everyone else overlooks.
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs' appraisal of Mingbois at all exaggerated?
I don't believe so. Mingbois is someone who has slowly but surely earned the reputation he has today. According to Miss Yu, the ministry often gets Mingbois to take a final look at projects before they're implemented. People feel much more confident in something if it has his stamp of approval. Oh, and also, there was once someone in the ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Mingbois gave them the scolding of a lifetime. Apparently, he can be terrifying when he loses his temper. I haven't seen it for myself, though.
Whoa, that's hard to imagine.
The stumbling fool, and then the rage of a lifetime.
Like I said before, things are not always as they appear.
Ah, so that's what you meant by that. I'm starting to get it now.
Thank you both. You're free to go now.
I don't know, cause like with Mingbo, it's still a problem because he's shy. And Kuei Wei, I mean, I don't know, he's iffy now.
Have you finished reading the manifesto?
We still have a bit left.
Finish reading the manifesto with Yelan. That you won't know.
I can't see any immediate problems looking at the individual entries. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Tianshu Pool redevelopment plan.
What's that?
Tianshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought havoc there, so there are even more secrets buried deep underground. At some point, a rumor began to go around that there is great treasure buried beneath Tianshu Pool. A long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing, a mining team conducted an exploratory excavation there.
So, did they find any treasure?
No.
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The only way they could have gotten through the solid rock would have been by blowing it open with a special kind of explosive. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time, so the excavation project was shut down and the treasure became a mere legend.
So I guess he's trying to help a person that wants this?
Jur-E's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems extremely risky. It seems out of step with the rest of his plans. Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure. The treasure hoarders, the Fatui, even local Liyue factions. Did you find anything?
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Did we read anything similar in our half of the manifesto?
The rock chapter.
Oh yeah! Juri said the Blackcliff Forge workers should get right of first refusal if any suitable projects come up.
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer. So Jur-E wants the Blackcliff Forge to excavate the treasure of Tianshu Pool.
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Juri's secret supporter?
That would be so funny if like the literal split, like they were together, but Yelan split it perfectly to where we get the separate ones. And she was like, what could this mean?
I've looked into the Blackcliff Forge before. They aren't involved with any powerful factions at present. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth to put so many resources into a risky project like this. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Blackcliff Forge, we should see where they lead. We may well find something new.
Okay.
Shenwei and Mingbo both turned out to be completely different than what we thought. What about Juri? Is there another side to him too?
Wait, what? Wait, what? What is this? What? wait, what is this?
Look, he's really over there. Hey, Zhongli!
Okay, it's you two. We got no key.
We came to ask you about something.
Would you mind waiting a moment? I'm currently in the middle of something.
What are you busy with? Speaking of which, to think you managed to return so quickly. What speed?
Zhongli, are these your friends? They often come here to look for you. Ah, yes, they are old acquaintances of mine. Look at how my mouth is moving. Look at how our mouths are moving. Splendid. Since you two are also here, could you help me pursue Zhongli to sell his archaic stone, please?
Archaic stone? What do you want one of those for?
Do you not know? Archaic stone is highly sought after now. It's not even a matter of price, for there is barely any supply on the market. I was telling stories as usual today, and Zhongli dropped by as usual too. Somehow we talked about my Through the Eyes of a Dragon, one of my finest works, if I do say so myself. Oh, you mean that story? It's a good one, isn't it? Zhongli also says that my storytelling is superb. At first, I thought he was just an erudite gentleman who knew a lot about folk culture, but as it turns out, he's also well versed in history and mythology. So now I often trouble him with the various questions I've got. Gee, I wonder why. The pleasure is all mine. Don't be so modest. You've helped me a lot, but come to think of it, the act of chatting is pleasurable only because you're talking to the right person. Zhongli, for instance, is a good chatting companion with many fantastic ideas, and, to be honest, lots of far-fetched theories too. There was this one time when I told him, see, my story first tells of how Rex Lapis carved Ajdaha out of a magical rock and then elaborates on how they fought side by side across the four corners of the world. Isn't that just mesmerizing? Yet he said, the story is a true masterpiece, save for some inaccurate details. According to some researchers, Rex Lapis may not have possessed the skills required to create such a work of craftsmanship. What a bummer! And there was also another time when I told him about the serpent of Chising village. He didn't buy the story at all, saying it was too good to be true for the serpent to transform into a beautiful landscape. I wonder if too much knowledge can stifle imagination. What a shame that someone as well-cultured as Zhongli should fail to appreciate the aesthetics of artistic creation. I can hardly object to your criticism. I shall keep it in mind. But your stories are always marked by wild imaginations. I just point out what I noticed as an ordinary listener and hope that it might be of use. Since storytelling requires a sharp mind, I am sure storytellers such as you can certainly understand where I'm coming from. Those are the heartfelt reactions from a devoted audience member. You're right. I know your good intentions. You want me to become the best storyteller in Liyue Harbor, right?
Why are we talking about stories here? What's this got to do with the archaic stone? And why are we still in this cutscene? We really need to do the other one.
Ah, yes, back on topic. So I told Through the Eyes of the Dragon again the other day.
Aren't you ever worried that your audience will get bored if you always tell the same story?
Some stories are worth being told time after time, forever and ever. The stories are meant to be told repeatedly. It takes time and creativity to come up with new plots after all. Ah, see? Zhongli really gets me. Anyway, that day, a miner, the leader of a mining crew, was out for work and happened to pass by while I was telling the story. He told me, well, do you know about the chasm? There's a type of incredibly beautiful stone to be found in that place. Such stones have a faint and exquisite luster. You find them somewhere in a long and winding tunnel in the chasm. I think tunnel is the word he used, right? You could probably say that. Sorry, I need more. The chasm must be quite the mysterious place, if even someone as well-traveled as Zhongli has never been there. I guess that's gotta be because no one was allowed to go in until recently, when mining operations resumed. I only heard about that from others. Ah, yes, indeed. The miner said that the stone springs forth within a tunnel. No one knows who built it. All they know is that the tunnel meanders forward as if created by someone dragging something colossal down. The sheer view of it is most awe-inspiring. Some say that the place might have perhaps been an ancient battleground. Who fought there? We may never know. Though I thought that Rex Lapis and Ajdaha could have fought there. Actually, I've been working on a new story lately. It'd be nice if I could put this plot into it, so I thought. So I invited Zhongli over to ask for some ideas, and to my surprise, he is in possession of an archaic stone. He said he brought it from a merchant at the first at the market. I can read. He's got good taste, and he wouldn't miss a true treasure. I was thinking that the stone could make an ideal testament to my story. So if Zhongli doesn't object, I'd like to purchase the stone as a memento.
Zhongli, are you really gonna sell him the stone?
Yes, Tian is an ingenious storyteller, and I enjoy his stories very much. It's my pleasure to be able to contribute to his creation.
Eh?
That said, if I sold him the stone, it would undermine the credibility of his story. As we discussed before, Rex Lapis sealed Azjaha underground. According to experts, there are many caves and mining tunnels in the chasm. It would be a constant disturbance to people if Azjaha really was sealed there. Would Rex Lapis not have considered that? Ha, traveler?
That makes sense.
You're right. Lapis wouldn't have done something so careless.
Yep, that's a good point. That's a completely good point that Rex Lapis would never have thought of.
To be honest, I've wanted to exchange my favorite folding fan for Zhongli's archaic stone.
Huh? There's no illustration on it.
I'd love to have this fan in hand while telling through the eyes of a dragon. Upon it is drawn a dragon soaring into the skies, its body free to roam the world, and its spirit unbound to aim high. It's an inspiring view.
Oh, this sort of fan's really rare. You know, even Paimon wants it now. Oh, right. Don't we have an archaic stone too?
Really? Then would you mind giving it to me? You can have my folding fan.
Might I have a word? The archaic stone is precious indeed, and your folding fan is also a work of art. I would advise against exchanging them as you would ordinarily. Wow, did Zhongli just stop us? Well, more Paimon, from making an incorrect trade? Wow.
Well, if you say so. Actually, you know, I have more than one such fan.
You drew the illustrations on them, and that already makes them special. Anyone who enjoys your storytelling would rejoice if they were given such a generous gift.
Really? All right. I truly am fortunate to have devoted listeners who understand my stories. I couldn't ask for more than that, could I? To be honest, I made these fans so that I could one day give them to like-minded audiences. You certainly are such audiences, though they were always meant to be yours. Please wait here to fetch them.
Iron Tongue TA quickly fetches 2 full gifts to you and Zhongli.
And you certainly are such. Oh,
can I really keep this? I could speak too.
Of course, yeah. Fellow person of speaking, I see. But you are my audience, and that makes you a worthy recipient. Besides, I've made several such fans, so don't worry, just take it. And Zhongli, there's no need to be formal with me either. It's just a handmade fan. I hope it's not too meager of a gift for you.
This is garbage. I'll gladly take it. Thank you. An exquisite work of art indeed. It is truly something worth treasuring.
Ah, right. Actually, we came to ask Zhongli about something. Can we talk to him for a moment?
Have I taken up too much of your time? Oh dear. Well then, please go ahead.
There is no need to apologize. You have my gratitude. Why are we still here? What is this quest that I apparently got?
Zhongli, were you at the chasm? And you saved us too, didn't you?
Oh, this one. Thank you.
Chaos also said that he wouldn't have been able to escape without your help.
Oh, did he say so? Interesting. How time flies. Even he has learned to open up to others.
So, what were you doing at the chasm?
Was I at the chasm? Curious. I must admit that this is the first time that I'm hearing of such a thing. Oh, wow!
Huh? Stop playing dumb!
Why would I play dumb? This fan is of high quality.
Zhongli!
Now that I'm on vacation, just take my time and walk around. I'd say that anything I run into is a happenstance of fate, for which I shall take. Come to think of it, it's nice to travel to different places and witness many things in this vast world. They always bring old memories back. You missed the past? No. No. Everybody died around me, traveler. I'm happy. I'm happy I'm no longer there. But not at all. I'm immortal now, and being mortal means living in the present. A dragon soaring into the skies, body free to roam the world, and its spirit unbound to aim high. Most inspiring indeed. With much to be perceived in the four corners of the world, and much to marvel at amongst mountains and waters, I believe I must travel still more in the future. I don't even know what that was, but okay. Whoops. We're just gonna ignore that now. What is this? I've never been here before.
Forge. Let's look around for clues.
I'm stuck. Hello, Cavoyle. How are you doing today? Nothing of note happened today. Nothing of note happened today. Heyday. 3 new recruits joined. I believe people are willing to join us at a time like this. One of the newcomers is very skilled. He got made the team leader. Nothing of note happened today. But that's good.
A diary?
From the back, it looks like a ledger, but it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think? These newcomers, who could have sent them?
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it
Yeah.
says right there, one of them's already been promoted to team leader. At this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavation project, at most we would maybe do a fresh background check on the place. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance. It was a clever move.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure. So, who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there for now.
Let's just go talk to him and yell at his face. Iron Shoulder, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills unbelievably fast.
Now what's the problem, sir?
My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. But they never let us join them. I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away.
Where was the
Hey,
rain?
you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it, let them at it.
Did he literally just say YOLO? Well, if young was replaced with live, then YOLO.
Interesting. Let's go talk somewhere else.
Yealong takes you to a quieter place.
Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. I'll wager they've been going to intelligence updates. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck.
And if anything, I could just shoot them.
They went that way! Hurry, we gotta catch up!
We're gonna glide down. Whee.
Huh. These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way. The footprints stop here. But, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that abandoned house.
I like how they assume immediately, oh, the footprints just stop here. But you know, we're not gonna go farther for me to like say anything else. These stripes in the dirt were likely made by bamboo mat. That means someone slept here. Bamboo mat is nowhere to be seen. A fire that burned out. Something was burned here not long ago. Looks like there may have been a fight here. Hard to say for certain. The work of a professional. Okay, how did that look like it was? Find a fresh fruit pit in the pile of leaves. Looks like someone was here recently. Can't find any more.
Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. But all the evidence has been destroyed. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
Paimon, you can go fly and try to look for ashes and try to rebuild that, but
The
no,
odds
they're
of that are
gone.
very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash left now.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge? They've got to go back there sooner or later.
Nope, she can't. She's on a time limit.
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously abandoned now.
I mean, didn't we pass some people? Maybe
To
they
me,
said that they
that says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
Darn! Guess this is where our trail runs cold.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different odors when they're burned.
region? So Inazuma or Mondstadt?
Paimon can't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
I smell a very gentle fragrance.
There is a certain
Blech.
place with a freezing cold climate where there's nothing but ice as far as the eye can see. Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing. When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind.
The Fatsui.
Exactly. The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with. But it's all I need. Now I know who we're dealing with. I can plan our next move.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Who are you?
Hey, third one.
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Jur-E's regular contacts. Since Jur-E likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around. I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Black Cliff Forge when he got back. If there'd been an ambush waiting for us there, it means we'd have had some backup.
You knew this all along?
So, what did you find out at sea?
You predicted this?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Jur-E before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Black Cliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
What a lad.
Well, Uncle Tien said that Jur-E once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me.
Oh, he lied.
No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on some solid evidence. Well, any suggestions?
I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. Dead someone to tail?
Not a bad idea. Upe, what do you think?
I don't know.
Honestly, I've already tried following Juri, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, so tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some groundwork.
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Especially when he thinks he's about to win. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next. Be sure to arrive on time. You won't want to miss the show.
Oh, okay. So I guess we could go here first. I'll advance the time so I know where to go. And I get the clock. Oh, what good timing for it too. 9. Up. Up. I'm gonna guess he's gonna like just reveal his plan right then and there, and she'll be like, you know, I'm just the announcer. You're not done yet. It's either going to, I think it has to be either Kuei-Win, because Mingbo, as he said, he needs several days to get used to someone, and you don't have several
It
days.
looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment process. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tian entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me to give him a satisfactory answer.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchanges with other people. Mingbo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough, and because of his personality, he struggles to win people over. In contrast, Juri is evenly balanced across the board, and enjoys an excellent reputation in Liyue. After much consideration, I have decided to recommend Juri to the Liyue Qixing.
What?
Oh, congratulations. Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all 3 of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become keenly aware of your great talents. Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future and taking on some of my workload?
Oh.
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Juri, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment. I hope you will work hard and make Uncle Tian proud.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like to join me?
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Juri seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow him.
Hey, Traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I don't? If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
You're not a rude piece.
I, also wouldn't mind knowing.
Okay, you're timid, you're rude.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave.
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
After finally persuading Chi and Mingbo leave.
We finally got rid of them.
Lady Yelan, Jury has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
Why did you come back?
Are you really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say, but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
That's just funny. He follows him. He went to Feiyun Slope. Why did you come back? What?
I'm sorry, Lady Elan. We lost him.
Yeah, what?
He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates? I guess Jiri didn't let his guard down. Still as vigilant as ever.
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being watched.
But how?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection is not an unusual skill for him to have. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine. So, where did you lose him?
Shinyue Kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that it was him, but we couldn't get close enough to check without blowing our cover. I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest him there and then, but without any evidence, that would have been meaningless.
We are the evidence because no, it's okay, dude. I'm gonna teach you something that's gonna prove very effective and get all logic and reasoning. Because we said so.
So I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Shinyue Kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually. The key is figuring out what he's trying to achieve. Let's go to Shinyue Kiosk.
Oh, no, please. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't mean to talk to you. Sorry, ma'am.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even ask him about it?
Our customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I have to question him?
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a little bit strange?
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop him.
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he buy while he was here?
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it up.
Liquor and wineware. I see. Let's go.
Where to?
Shigu Antiques.
Oh, right. Because he wanted to repay her.
Hey, Miss Linlong. Sorry to bother you. Jir-E ordered a wineware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So we just had to come and take a look for ourselves.
Sure. Which model are you looking for?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Jir-E's choice. Would you be able to show us the one he bought?
Jir-E picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a luxury item. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Jir-E has taken one, I'm afraid it may encourage the price to go up a little.
Don't worry. Price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing. Did Jir-E's wineware set include wine glasses, or...?
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr. Jir-E bought 2.
Okay. Thanks, Linlong. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first thought. We'll have to mull it over.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now. All right, see you next time.
You find a quiet place nearby.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without being seen.
Jeez,
It's
the
not
arguments.
like you did any better.
The arguments.
My
in this
specialty is
team.
information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility. What's your excuse?
Fair point.
Yelan, so has the plan failed? Oh, if we can't figure out where Jerry went, there's not much we can do. But why was he buying liquor at Shinue Kiosk anyway? To celebrate?
No, Paimon, it was to talk to the Fatui.
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
Fatui.
First of all, Jur-E isn't much of a drinker. On some level, he hates alcohol because of what it did to his father. If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let alone buy a pair of special wine glasses. No, this is a victory feast, held in honor of Jur-E's private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status, hence the need for expensive-looking wineware. Now, where might we find Fatui who match that description, I wonder?
Child? No, it's not.
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the Northland Bank.
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many people as you need.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move? If so, you can count me in.
Get with
I want
the
to punch
program,
people.
Would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Jur-E may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true for his drinking buddy. In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Jur-E bought that liquor for and follow them instead!
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
We're already in a major diplomatic incident. It's called, we prove that the Fatui released, Osile.
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Jur-E is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves.
And risk is my
Stick
middle
to your
name.
orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else Jur-E might be going. I want eyes on those locations.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Jur-E may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch on the movements of all Fatui officials.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night. You should go and get ready. Then meet me at Yensheng Tea House.
Awesome, it's night already. This whole conversation just happened at night. Like, this whole time. Let's go.
Huh.
Fire? Wait, what? Where? Oh, I'm done. I'm dumb. Hello.
Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Jerry mentioned in his manifesto.
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
But we're strong individuals.
No. We gotta go get them!
Because we're
Let's
main
go.
characters.
If my hunch is correct, we just might hit the jackpot this time.
Oh, Paimon, did you have anything to say? Nope? Okay. Man, this is a long story quest, I have to say. But it's okay. This is a very interesting. Even though it's about politics. Corruption of politics.
This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me. There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't guarantee we'll be safe once we're underground. The workers left an emergency access route. If we can find it, this will be a much easier journey. Still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Got it. Got it. And then we just use Venti's black hole.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here. By the way, Yelan, where are your 3 little helpers at?
Weren't you just there, Paimon?
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them, but they'll join us later.
Paimon, please. Please. Did you not just listen to Yelan? Alright, let's go. I don't have a Geo, but that's fine. We don't need it. And we get to play as a broken character.
No!
Wait a minute. Oh, I thought she could like easily whatchamacallit. I thought she was like her charge attack was just
As
instant.
I expected. But this shouldn't be too much trouble. Take it easy.
Oh.
You guys see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Ji. Looks like he went through that door. That must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's hurry.
And Yelan's just invisible. Oh. Huh. Oh no. Well, oops. Oh, I wonder if it's a chance. It is a chance. One fire. Where's the other one? Oh.
Quietly now. Take it easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this a little easier because of what these things are.
No, my sword.
Dodge this.
Oh. Got him.
Cool it.
Got him.
Yahoo!
Bye. Oh, there's the other.
Take it easy.
Man, can't believe that guy just punched those things first and then they just instantly respond again in order for him to open this back up.
The ladder's gone down. Hey, look! Is that another way through?
I don't know, Paimon. It'd be funny if it was, but yeah, there's probably. What's that?
This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight. Trying to break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way.
I thought there would be like a treasure chest in there, but guess not. Oh! It's when her bracelet shines. Interesting. Okay. We just gotta find more fire, right? Oh, I'm stuck. Is there fire here? Maybe there isn't? It's gonna be really quick. Okay, no. Oh, please make it. Do we... Oh, duh. You press a button to open this. Oh. Well.
Take it easy. Busted.
And Yelang is actually... I mean, I know she is, but, you know.
Here we go.
She's even better. Yoink. There is so many things. There's... Got it. That was a maze. And I figured it out easily. Pop. So this guy did all of this?
The water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
Wind. Oh. 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 There we go. What do I do? Take one of these
Take
away.
it easy.
And just do this in a circle. The sounds are kind of satisfying. Like blap, blap, blap. There we go.
The door is open. Let's go.
Oh. Okay. We're not going that way? Okay. Going this way.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Knock, knock.
Gotcha. Here comes the cat. Busted. Take it easy.
Cool. And I almost got lost with that. I don't know why these markers... Oh, it's boxes that we can apparently hide behind.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. I'm impressed. Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
Oh, sorry. That went down the wrong way. I've never drunk anything this strong before. It'll take me some getting used to.
Nope, he poisoned it.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
That's toxic.
I'll do my best.
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one glass? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup.
Oh no.
Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. We appreciate all your hard work. But, I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison and came up with the idea of delivering it through fish soup. What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result. How did you think of that?
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have been able to fool Uncle Tien.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tianshu. Of course, this is as long as you continue to do as we instruct.
You know what would be pretty cool in this day and era? That we got video cameras.
Aside from Qingshu Pool, we also have some other requests for you, which we will inform you of in due course.
Wait, he can't do it. He has to do it once in the
Don't
papers.
Worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
Did you hear that? It was poison! That's why Uncle Tien hasn't been feeling well recently. It's all Jurye's doing.
That is a loud whisper, Paimon.
What a nasty guy. Seize him!
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Take a picture of Ziha drinking with Yusuf.
Excellent.
I have a feeling this guy just poisoned this guy.
We've seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of Qingshu Pool. It's been a real headache for me.
One of them poisoned the other, or both poisoned each other.
Soon, everything will be taken care of, and I can report back on a successful mission. Thank you, Jurye. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I said to you?
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu, no matter how hard I work.
Oh, that's sad.
The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think you were absolutely right.
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow wider over time. Just look at your two competitors. Qianwei had wealth. Mingbo had reputation. But you had nothing. You were just another nobody. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Yes. I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
Oh. Oh.
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaining. Hey, keep up the good work, and I can assure you, you'll never have to worry about Mora again. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around as much as you want. How about that?
Uncle Gao said that Jurye has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time, so the Fatui persuaded him that he should act while he can. Do you have any more film in the camera?
Plenty.
Then get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Jurye plays his hand.
Oh, she knows. She
Is
knows.
there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today. and I'm gonna drink my fill. Make sure to get me home safely afterward.
Get you home at Shneznaya? Jeez.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can bring you some more next time.
Whoa, this is the good stuff. It is great. Huh? What the?
Suddenly, the Fatui official seems to be in pain and slowly drops to the ground.
Yi, you poisoned my wine? But when?
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov.
How could you?
How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison my own teacher. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't want to bow down to anyone ever again. And that includes you.
Oh, snap.
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand? If I disappear with no explanation, the embassy will come after you. They'll get to the bottom of this. Mark my words.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge. I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives, the ruins will collapse, and everything will be buried.
What do you hope to?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become 1 as the truth gradually reveals itself.
Wait, he going down too?
The Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade
Law and Order
explosives.
stuff?
Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the treasure of Qingshu Pool.
Got it.
But things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the accidental deaths of the entire crew. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all on a rogue operation by you. It explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan immediately. I guess then, I'll be Tianshu in my own right, with a clean record and well out of the Fatui's reach.
Cherry, do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui has a record of everything. That includes the poison, all interactions between us, even my trip here tonight.
Well, yeah, no, duh.
After I die, they'll come looking, and they'll get to the bottom of this.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second-in-command, Theophan?
How do you know about that?
Because I'm smart.
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today.
Ooh.
He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him. He has been eyeing your position for a long time now.
That traitor! Cherry, you...
Shh. Relax. It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want. And anyone else in the know is either my accomplice or about to be taken out of the picture.
Yo, I don't know who is doing Yi, like it's a voice, but man, this guy's doing a fantastic job.
Sweet dreams, Mr. Yusupov.
Got him. Just silence.
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. The game's up. We were here the whole time and have pictures of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Miss Yelan. I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within. If it pleases you, Miss Yelan, I'd be only too happy to have you join me in investigating this matter.
And then I could just kill you off.
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle Tien's. Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave it there then. Time to go.
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. I should have been more careful. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much I can still guarantee.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment in the future. I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origins, what other choice did I have?
You still don't get it, do you? Even now.
I could just take your position.
What do you think?
What will Uncle Tian?
Exactly. Jur-E, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tian ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you threw it away in that moment.
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tian was always going to give you this opportunity, even if you'd done nothing at all. Out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah, he didn't like it. He don't like it.
Life is like fishing.
Oh, cutscene.
Be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan, but you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jur-E these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Oh. Yelan's subordinates take Jiya and Yuspov
Sorry,
away.
things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yenshang Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals.
Be careful.
Don't worry. As long as they're willing to cooperate, this'll be a straightforward deal. Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
Got it. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Wait. See you tomorrow. Wait, there's no explosions here. There's none. What a liar. What a liar. Yeah, okay, any treasure chests in here? Like extra ones before I... Oh, no? Okay. Oh, that's funny. Be like, I have explosives. I have explosives right there. Just used a Luke. Wait until 8. Which, man, I did good timing with it. Such good timing. Yeah, I have a feeling that this whole thing is like, he's gonna go to him and confess what he's done and apologize, maybe? And it would be up to Uncle Tian what his fate would be. That's my guess. I don't really know.
There is now no poison left in his system. But recovery from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
Hi, Baizu.
Dr. Baiju, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years.
Wait, did his hair change?
It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more serious.
How did they successfully secure such a seldom-seen poison? It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful.
Is it just me? I think Baizu's hair changed.
Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Uncle Tian will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself while you're recovering.
Oh, I think they're preparing. Baizu's gonna be playable. It's only a matter of time.
Don't worry, I will.
Unless it's not. It was just angles, but I don't know. It looks different, though.
Ah, you're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve this situation. And I'll have to make some tea in a moment. You simply have to try it.
Are you feeling any better?
Yes. The exhaustion seems to have gone. My mind is steadily getting clear.
That was quick.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after all.
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position. But Qianwei and Mingbo both have potential.
You have my gratitude. People can change their loyalties easily. I've always known this. But whenever it happens, it's still a dismal experience.
Yeah, it's
Is
terrible.
It just Paimon, or is Uncle Tian not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tian. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Zhi. Normally, the Yue High Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that right, Uncle Tian?
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. But I have to be responsible with the position of Tianshu. When I first met Zhi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. So I secretly investigated him.
The cat's more important.
I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He just saw me as an ordinary fishing friend. In the end, even he changed. But when did it start?
What if none of this had ever happened?
I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. Family background and fame mean everything to many people, but I don't attach great importance to them. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things. What I really
there
admired
it is.
about Juri was his intelligence and resilience.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy, and very cautious. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Juri was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Shinue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison, and he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard down before delivering it to him. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the liquor.
That's just smart.
Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Juri would have drunk the poisoned wine himself, and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
Man, this guy's insane.
That's still really dangerous.
Yeah, but you gotta admire him. Bold move.
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put himself in harm's way to achieve his goal.
How is Juri now?
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell. Like Yenfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price.
Wait. Okay, I mean, I guess it was attempted murder. Well, I guess, yeah, twice attempted murder because of also, okay, never mind. I was gonna be like, but what exactly did he do?
He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yes, Juri's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates as soon as I realized. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting. I thought I might have the chance to catch a big fish.
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off the hook at the last second.
Uncle Tian, Yeon, what are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Yelan hates the Fatui as much as D-Luke. There you go, Paimon. There's your
Jur-E
explanation.
colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tianshu selection process. With Yusupov in our hands and a statement from Jur-E, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second-in-command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options.
So this was your real plan?
Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well, did your plan succeed?
I didn't care about Uncle Tian. He could have been poisoned and dead for all I care. But Fatui? Oh, I'm on this case.
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone, along with all the evidence.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved.
Oh?
The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern.
Another Harbinger that's not Balladeer or Tartaglia.
It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my next mission.
I have to ask, Yelan, do you have any desire to take over the position of Tianshu yourself? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tea House. In my estimation, you are more than competent.
Oh, that. I was obviously joking. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's excitement. Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get involved in anything truly clandestine or face any real danger.
Which would make, yeah, that makes sense, because if she died as a Tianchen, then...
All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go. I'm heading off again in a few days, and I still have to prepare.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know and you to find out.
And before Shneznaya.
But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure before too long. Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot of people are watching you for a lot of reasons. If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tian. After the recent turn of events, I'd say he owes you one, wouldn't you?
I just want my brother. Alright, so we could talk to him once.
What would you like to know?
Where's my brother? About Ziyu.
Something I've said to Juri, Qinwei, and Mingguo before is that while cunning and scheming are quite crucial, even more important than this is staying true to yourself.
Okay, see you, Kevoil. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on your time zone.
Juri and Ambassador Yusupov each saw each other as a means to an end. They thought that if they could just outsmart their opponent, they would emerge the final victor. And yet, in the eyes of Yelan and Regrator, they are but pawns in a much bigger game. Scheming is an endless endeavor. If you can't cope with it, you're better off staying out of it. It gives you a much clearer view in any case. Everyone has self-interest, but you cannot let it be your master. So, don't fight over fleeting gains and losses. Rather, focus on the direction your heart is leading you, and keep moving forward.
That is such life advice.
What would you like to know?
About Yelan.
I first met Yelan when she was very young. Even back then, she was extremely tough, and she kept her cards close to her chest. An old friend of mine once privately commented to me that Yelan is always smiling, but never with her eyes. She is a very dangerous person. Something of an exaggeration in my view. At least, I know she would never hurt the people she trusts. What would you like to know?
About Regrator.
Regrator is the ninth of the Patui Harbingers.
Oh, hey.
Though likely the first among them where wealth is concerned. However, his wealth is not a mere question of how much more he has to his name. He has a very unique understanding of wealth, and what he's planning may very well shake the world to its core. Beyond that, I don't have a lot of information about him. If you need to know more in the future, you can ask Ningguang. What would you like to know?
So that's good. I think that's a foreshadow for something later. So about the next Tianshu.
As Yelan says, now that I'm on the mend, I should have another few years worth of work in me. During this time, I plan to gradually hand over my duties while mentoring some new candidates.
That's good. Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning.
Me. Qianwei and Mingguo are still waiting downstairs. I must go and have a chat with them shortly. What would you like to know?
So in that case, I have no more questions.
Thanks to you and Yelan, everything turned out okay this time. You can always find me at the wharf if there's ever something else you'd like to discuss in the future.
Thank you, Uncle Tian. Are they actually downstairs? They actually are.
So Juri is already in prison, I guess?
What a speed run.
You think? He poisoned Uncle Tien. I still can't believe he'd do that. Why the long face?
Nothing. I think it's a great shame. I always thought he's very smart. If he became Tianshu, he'd be able to accomplish many things I could never hope to.
Don't feel bad. I'll admit he was a strong contender, but give me 3 years and I'll overtake him.
Wow. Okay, I was gonna be like, he actually was concerned about him for a little bit. Maybe he's, You know, maybe what Yelan's subordinate was right. He, you know, it's whatever. And it's like, I'll overtake him. Okay, never mind.
When I become Tianshu, I'll make you my deputy. Like the sound of that?
Oh.
Start by working on your temperamental issues. If you can't keep your cool, your work will suffer. Right now, you still have a long way to go before you'll be eligible to take the Tianshu position.
Hey!
I'll get there. One step at a time. And then, before you know it, there'll come a day when you won't be able to find a single flaw in me or my work. First things first, though. Let's go and talk to Uncle Tien.
Well, he's a little nicer. I think they were, like, talking to each other and they kind of bonded. So, that's actually really nice. So, man, I didn't expect that quest to take as long as it did. But, wow. That was a little long. But, hey, you know, it was interesting. It was very interesting. The fact that, yeah, it's like basically don't judge a book by its cover, and things may not be what they seem, so, yeah. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. For YouTube, like this video if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. As for Twitch, if you can follow my channel and be notified for whenever I stream next. And the next stream should be tomorrow or Sunday at either 7 or 8 PM EST. Maybe I might be playing more Genshin. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Usually it's I don't know what game or anything I'm going to play until an hour or two before. But anyways, until the next video or stream, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!